What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you got through. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, man. I'm here. I'm here. I'm on time. I ain't running late today. I got my stuff put together. Hey man, if this your first time pulling up to Tim's Tidbit, I like to say welcome. If it's not your first time pulling up and you're a faithful member of the gang, y'all see Spidey over here. Well, pointing at the wrong spot. There goes Spidey right there. Y'all a faithful member of the gang. I like to say welcome. And I appreciate y'all for pulling up every single day. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I go live on Al Gore's internet every single day, once in the morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and once in the evening, typically at 6:30 p.m. Standard Time, but during football season, we're doing it at 7:30. So we talk about the overnight price action in the morning, and we talk about the price action recap in the evening, right? So that's what we do. And we do it all for the free 99. I say we because we are family here. We are family. I got all the gang with me. Y'all see Spidey over there. What's up, Spidey? Y'all see Spidey back there. Hey man, that's it. That's all we do. All we do is spin records. That's all we do. All we do is just talk about the price action primarily for the ES, because I'm a full-time trader, and I like to get on Al Gore's internet and try to share with people what a full-time trader would do in any marketing conditions. Be it up, be it down, be it sideways, be it bull market, bear market, don't matter. Around here, we like to do what? Trade what we see. Say it with me. Let me get it straight. Trade what we see. That's what we like to do around here. If you like this trade what we see shirt, go to the new TLR.com and buy some merch. I appreciate y'all for supporting the merch shop. Y'all are so kind. Y'all are so kind. Let's go see who in the chat today. I saw Tanya up in here early. Tanya say, what a day to be in the market. Yeah, hear me. It's my hopes that something that I shared on Al Gore's internet helped you in some kind of way in this day that you say, what a day to be in the market. I hope that I said something that aided you on your way. Something that aided and abetted you in snatching some coins out the market. You feel me? What's up, Gabriel? What's up, Gabriel Towns? Devario even. Devario say I'm live, bro. Made a 5-piece. I hope it was all drums. All drums, 5-piece, all drums. Don't nobody eat no flats. You feel me? What's going on? Here to learn and share. What's going on? Okay. What's going on with you? I cannot say that. Garnell written. That's what I'm gonna go with. Shout out to neighborhood hater. Cool it now. Ooh, watch out. What's going on? Cool it. You're very welcome for whatever I did there. Towns. What's going on, Kareem? Hey, baby. That's my sweetie. Y'all see what my sweetie say? Trade what you see. Trade what we see. My sweetie say, trade what we see. What's going on? We got two haters. For anybody who don't know, there's two haters here. I'm not calling any names, but there are two haters here. I'm not going to call anybody's name, but there's two haters here. Yep. No name. Uh-oh. Get out of here. Get off screen here, learn to share. No names shall be called, right? But I just want y'all to know there are two haters here. I'm not one to put nobody's business out there, but there's two haters here, right? What's going on, Robinson? Here to learn and share. What's up with you? What's up, Zay? 2 big green days in a row. What's going on, Zay? Zay, we already know why it's 2 big green days in a row, because we expected that. We expected them 2 green days in a row. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't expect the level, the price range that I was looking at was a little smaller than the price range that the algo was looking at. The algo was looking at a bigger range, right? But we did expect the algos to attack some buy side liquidity. We expected it to attack some PD arrays to the top side. We expected that. Now we've come to when we get to the charts, we'll talk about it when we get to the charts in a minute. I'm not going to tell you about those 60 points. Ain't no need to tell me. Ain't no need to tell me. Congratulations. Everybody clap it up. Clap it up for Mr. Robertson. That's right, Father Legends. The algos was algoing today. They was algoing yesterday. Now the algos were algoing for real yesterday. And they was out, the backup algos came in and started algoing today. You know what I'm saying? The algos was doing what they do. Y'all clap it up for somebody give Robinson some attention, please. You know what I'm saying? Give him some attention, please. Clap it up for Robinson, please. He'll learn the shell. Clap it up for Robinson because he gonna cry if you don't clap it up for him. Hey, man, let's get into it, man. Y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into the price action recap. Let's get into the price action recap. Since we already on Al Gore's internet, let's go over here and holler at our homegirl Spylene. Y'all sing it with me. Everybody except Robinson. Y'all sing it with me. Spylene, where you at, baby? Here I go. There she go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. Look at that, Spylene. We have, like I say, we exceeded our monthly box with quite a bit of conviction. As I was saying, we anticipated the market attacking buy side liquidity. We anticipated the market attacking some PD arrays to the top side, right? But the range that we had our boxes in, the algos seem to have been using a bigger range, right? And why do I say that? The range we were ranging, right? We were paying attention to this range. This is the range that I was paying attention to, right? From this high on September 21st to the low that we made on what's that, Friday? Yes, Friday. The low that we made on Friday. The reason why I was looking at that piece of the price leg as the dealing range is because this was the closest swing high. That was the closest high from the beginning of the trading month, right? And this high on the 12th was, I think that was the highest high within 20 days from the beginning of the trading month. So instead of jumping directly to this one and say, okay, this the dealing range that the algo messing with, right? I played it conservative and I looked at this dealing range right here. So dealing off of this, based off of this dealing range between the high of the 21st to the 30th, the low of the 30th, that's why, you know, we place the monthly top of the box. Well, we went through all of this. This is why I placed the monthly top there. Excuse me, that's why I put the weekly top there, the daily top there, the daily bottom there, we went through all this. Why I chose that dealing range for right now. Now, the algos either got there in a really quick hurry because where we closed at today was in a slight discount of the dealing range that we were looking at. A slight premium. We went to a slight premium within the dealing range that we had not. Where you really can't even say slight premium because it looked like it may be around 62%. Let's put in the 62% and see. Yes, it was above 62%. Yes, it was above 62%. So it was in between 62% and 70%. So that's a nice premium. That's a nice premium on this dealing range. So within 2 days, we got into a nice premium on the dealing range that we were looking at right now. So the next area of liquidity for this range that we're looking at, and it's on the outside of our monthly box, right? It's on the outside of our monthly box, which is this fair value. This is the SPY we talking about right now. This fair value, what is going on with this right here? I must have filled some in last time I used this. I must have filled some in last time I used this. Hold on for a second. That is like mad orange. Okay. All right. So we got a daily fair value gap right there. That's the next area of liquidity to the buy side. That's the next PD array, if you will, like how ICT call them. You got breakers, you got mitigation blocks, you got fair value gaps, you got full gaps, you got all kind of stuff like that. Those the PD arrays that ICT be talking about, right? You got buy side liquidity, you got sell side liquidity, right? So when you're looking at like I said I went over this morning, so about like the different things I'll be watching for the algos to reach for right now. So yesterday we opened up and we came up and we broke outside of our daily box. Today we gapped up. Do not ask me why this thing has a stupid long wick like this. We did not come down. Y'all probably, I don't know if y'all can even see that wick. Let me set it so y'all can see that. Now make sure y'all can see that wick. Okay, it looked like y'all can see that wick. When I can't tell if y'all can see it, but like when I be moving it, it be disappearing. Look like y'all can see that wick now, right? But we did not come down that far today. It's making it seem like we came all the way down and kissed the body of this candle right here. Let me see what this says this low is. It says the low is 366.57. We didn't come down there today. We did not come down there today. This candle right here close the close of yesterday's candle was 366.61. It's saying that we came down to 366.57, making it seem like we came down and closed in this entire gap up. Looking at the ES and looking at the I don't have my Ninja Trader open, but even if I drop down into this right here, I know we didn't come down there. We did not drop that far today. See it right there. We never came down there. This is the 1800 candle from last night. This is the closing candle right here. All right, this is, how does Ninja Trader do it? How does what's the name do it? Do it give you the time on the start of the close of the candle on these. Okay, so 9 o'clock. Okay, 10 o'clock. How does TradingView do it? Do it give the is the time at the beginning of the candle or the end of the candle on TradingView? I don't know if it's at the beginning or the end. Okay, so 9:30. I don't know if it's at the beginning or the end. 1845. I don't know. But anyway, this shaded area right here, this is pre-market. Right, this is the pre-market time right here. So from 7 over to 9:30. So it's at the beginning. It's the beginning time. So 9:15. So this is the pre-market. This is the post-market. There's no candles in between the after 9:15. I don't know if it's something in between there. Maybe TradingView calculates all of the price action that the ES did, and I can't see that data because I don't pay for the extra data on TradingView. But based off the pre-market and the post-market, we didn't go down there. Maybe it's picking up something from the overnight trading of the ES, because we did, you know what I'm saying, move through that area throughout the night. So maybe that's why it's got that crazy long wick down there like that. But based anybody that pay I think the home in towns pay for all that extra data, right? So if Towns in here, Towns, let me know if you can see candles all throughout that area on your SPY on TradingView, right? So we closed above. Can y'all still see that? Yes, we closed above our monthly box, right? And we closed just short of this fair value gap right here. So now I'm gonna have to readjust all of my box. I'll do that later, but let's go over to the ES and take a deep dive into the price section and try to get our mind set for what's next. Now that we have hit the next target that we talked about this morning, which was this monthly top of the box. Remember this morning, y'all know Tim be crying in the car. I hate this dude. Hey, y'all know this morning we talked about getting to the top of the monthly box. I said once we hit that, don't get greedy. You know what I'm saying? Don't get greedy once we hit that. That, like, have your targets where this the next target, this the next target, this the next target. Have your targets to the different buy side liquidities, gaps, fair value gaps, breakers, mitigation blocks. Have your targets to know, okay, when we get to this next target, let's wait to see what the market do. When we get to this next target, let's wait to see what the market do. When we get to this next target, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you got to be jumping out of positions that's further out, or you got to be jumping out of positions, you know what I'm saying, just because you got there. Have a plan. If we hit this, I'm going to do that. If we hit this, I'm going to do that. If we hit this, I'm going to do that. And when you hit it, do it. Don't get greedy and say, oh, it could possibly go there. Because guess what? It can possibly go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Have your plan. Don't get into the possibilities. When you get to your level that you was watching, have your plan for that. Is your plan to shave when you get to this weekly cap? Is it your plan to get all the way out? Is it your plan to get all the way out if you hit this monthly? Is it your plan to shave? Is it your plan to get all the way out in this daily? Is it your plan to shave? Have a specific thing you're going to do at a specific target, and know the different areas above and below the price that you're going to react this way if we get to that area. You see what I'm saying? That be the whole point of us coming together on Sunday and saying, hey, this is my preferred scenario. If we come down here and do this, I'm going to do that. This is my second scenario. If we go up to here, I'm going to do this right here. So if your goal was, if your scenario like mine was, come up to this gap down and expect the market to go back down, when I get up to this gap down around 373, 374, I should have been getting out, because that's where I was expecting the market to stop and retreat. You see what I'm saying? I should have been getting out here. Boom. If it kept going up there to the next level, I don't care. My thing was, I'm buying it up to here. This is my target. I'm getting out there, right? If it keep going and hit this right now, we didn't hit this and kept going. Now that we hit this area, now my focus is, are we going to this next PD array right here? Okay, let's see if we go here, because we came here, we took out all this buy side liquidity, and we got a large buy side imbalance going on right now. Now that we've taken out this this external liquidity here, now let's see if we're still in a bigger buy model, and if we're going to hit this fair value gap. Are we going to go for this high? How far is the market going to push us up? We're at the point in time now where we've hit 1, 2, 3 targets, right, to the upside. We hit 3 targets to the upside. Now it's time to start getting real strategic about how much we're going to start going into positions. This is the time where you start reducing your size of what you're going in, because we've hit 1, 2, 3 targets. This is when you start to reduce your size to the long side. Can it keep running up to this fair value gap, run up to this high? Yes, it can. But the time to be shooting for that, going in with big size, was down here. Now this is the time to start putting on smaller positions as you get a new setup to go long. You're putting on smaller positions now because you don't want to put on a larger position because the market has taken out a bunch of buy side liquidity and left a big buy side imbalance, because now it can start to pull back to take care of some of this right here, especially if this is a bearish week. We've went up 2 days and made a nice weekly high so far on a Tuesday, right? On non-farm payroll weeks, FOMC weeks, a lot of times we make the weekly high or the weekly low on Tuesday and then reverse. So just keep that in mind. Can we keep going? Sure we can, right? But this is the time to start. You know what I'm saying? You should have either been scaling out, getting out, and now you getting ready to reposition with smaller size to the upside if it presents you with an opportunity, right? Or you start looking for a reversal sign and start putting on some, you know what I'm saying, scaling into the other way, to the downside, into puts. Let's go over to the price action and look and see where we at now. I have not updated any of my charts. Why is my thing out of the screen like that? Now hold on for a second, man. This is gonna drive me crazy. Why is that? I restarted my computer, and now that I restarted my computer, now my charts not even fitting in the screen right, and that's gonna drive me bat doo-doo crazy. All right, so looking at this, like the first thing I see, right? Can somebody please tell me what's the first thing they see, right? Somebody please tell me what the first thing they see in relationship to this little area right here. Tell me what we talked about this morning, right? Tell me what we talked about this morning when we were somewhere around this area right here, right around the New York Open, just before the New York Open. Let me expand this out. So we came on at 9 o'clock. So we would have been right around in this little consolidation area right here, right? When I drew out this box right here, first of all, somebody tell me what this box is, you know, what this box refers to, and then tell me what do you see about that box, and what I said about that box, and what we see has played out. Can somebody please put it in the chat? I'm not going anywhere further until somebody put it in the chat. This is interactive time tonight. This is interactive time. You have to talk to me. Type faster. If you can't type that fast, somebody click on the link at the top and pull up and say it verbally. I'm going to sit here and wait. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Stock chaser. I didn't say put my guy in there. I said, what do anybody that was on the live today, somebody click the link and pull up. I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. If y'all can't see it at the top of the screen, copy link, paste link. The link is in the chat again. What did we say about that area before it got there? And what do we see happened? We had a teachable moment today. Don't nobody remember? Nobody took notes? Here to learn and share. I know you took notes. I'm drinking some water through a straw. I'm not going to move on until someone tells me what we said. Somebody need to pull up on the link because y'all typing real slow. Block. Yes, it was a block. What did we say about the block? Block. What did we say? Pull up. Cool it. Pull up on the link and tell me what we said about that area right there. Cool it. Pull up. Anybody pull up. Cool it. Robinson. Towns. Who else? Can't say Zay because they don't study the ICT stuff. Tanya, you was in here to learn and share. Boy, the chat done went real quiet now. The chat done went real quiet now. I feel bad now. Everybody told me I was dropping gems today, and don't nobody know what I said about that area up there. William, order block. If it comes to that area and rejects, would be we would take out the next level. You are absolutely correct, except for the rejects part. You are correct. If we can't, William just saved y'all because I was about to end the live. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was fun to end the live. It's an order block, right? So what we said about, I even drew it out. I drew it out. Y'all don't remember what I did, the little drawing out? I'm in my feelings right now. My feelings hurt for real. They ain't even playing. This is real life right now. My feelings hurt because I was spilling the beans. I was giving it all I had. And everybody was like, oh, there's some gems. Oh, this is fine. And it did exactly what we talked about. And ain't nobody remember. That means y'all just be blowing smoke up my tailpipe. I feel bad now. Now that I'm finished venting about that, now we're going to go back to what I said. We are in, since we came here and we broke above this level right. I'm about to draw so that my feelings won't be hurt no more. I'm going to draw. Let me move to my other screen. I ain't going to hold y'all. My feelings hurt for real. I know I joke a lot. But my feelings hurt for real now. Y'all hurt my feelings. Don't nobody remember what I said. Make this bigger so we can see everything. Let me remove the text off the screen. Anything that says text, cheese and rice. I should have did all this before I moved it over there to the little screen. Hold on. Let me put it back up on this screen because I can't see none of that on this small screen. They remove all this text. And then I'm going to draw it out. We're going to go through what we talked about. We're making it's another teachable moment. It's always good to talk about stuff beforehand and then when it actually play out. And it's beautiful that it actually played out the day of. You see what I'm saying? Hey, what are you still doing here, Tex? How did you slip by me? And let me share the right screen. Man, I'm all up on that camera. I see you, Cool It. I see you. Hey, while I'm about to share the other screen and still crying over my feelings being hurt, y'all hit the like button for me. Maybe my feelings won't be hurt as bad. You know what a dough at, Cool It. You know what a dough at. Hey, here we go. Give me a screenshot, man. Give me a screenshot. Okay. Screenshot on deck. All right. So get it big enough. I'm gonna make sure I got everything in the screen. Okay, everything is in the screen now. Okay, right over here. Right. Let me shrink it down a little bit first. See, once we came above this high right here, right? So once we came above that high right there, right? That's I said once we got above that high and consolidated, right? Right there, I was like, now once we came down and we got above that high and started consolidating, I said, now that lets us know that we are potentially in a bigger buy model, which is from over here to up to there where we were, right? We was a part of a bigger buy model, right? And so since we realized, hey, we are potentially a part of a bigger buy model, right? So looking at the bigger buy model on the sell side of this bigger buy model, we noticed that we had an order block right here. We had a bearish order block on the sell side. So a bearish order block on sell side, right? So we got a bearish order block right here on the sell side of the market maker buy model, right? And so when we got over here at that, we was just below that order block right there, right? So now we said if we break through this order block, right? This is a bearish order block, right? If we break through that order block, right, then coming back to this order block would be a nice place to go long, a nice place to potentially go long, right? So, and also we said right here we were making a bullish order block on the buy side. Y'all don't mind that ugly writing right there. Y'all know what it say, right? So we came over here, came back up to this bearish order block, right? At that bearish order block, we in the same proximity, we set a bullish order block in that proximity. And when we set that bullish order block, it made it an order block because why? Because we took off, price moved away from it like expeditiously, qualifying this as a bullish order block. That's what we was talking about this morning. Once we moved away from this down close candle right there, let me blow it up a little bit so you can see it. That down close candle right there, once we moved away from that, that qualified these two down close candles as bullish order blocks, right? Over here on this side, this violent move down qualified this up close candle as a bearish order block. On a market maker sell model or a market maker buy model, when you come back to an order block on the opposite side, once you trade through it, that's a high probable trade of continuation, right? If we were coming down and came to a bullish order block on the sell side of a buy model, right, that bullish order block will be a high probable trade to sell down on the sell side once you go past it. Since we came past a bearish order block on the buy side of this sell side of this buy model, on the buy side of this buy model, we came back to this bearish order block, blew past it, and as you see, price came back down where? Right back to the order block. Looked like it came almost wick for wick with the body, right? It might have missed the body by maybe one tick, but it came into the wick, came right to the body, right? Matter of fact, let's go down. Let's go down and put us a line there and see. Give me a line. Horizontal line. Put it at the bottom. It's already set to 1. That's at 2. Let's set it to 1. Make it as thin as possible. Apply. Right. So that line is at 37.66.75. The open of that count, the close of that candle is 37.66.25. Right. And the low of this candle right here is 37, 66, 75. So 2 ticks away. It was 2 ticks away from the close of that body. So it's, you know, close enough for government work. So 2 ticks away from the body of that candle. So when we came back to it, where's my in my screenshot? There you go. So there you go. So when we came back to it, and as you see, when we came back into that order block, we pushed up. Right, boom. There go your buy. And we came up and we closed above the monthly line, because we came up, touched the monthly line, got above it slightly, came back down into the order block on the opposite side of the buy model, and then quickly moved away. Right, these are, what are these right here? Hourly candles. These are hourly candles, and we quickly moved away and went above the monthly top of the box one more time. Now that we've gotten above the monthly top of the box, now we're doing a slight pull back again. And now that I have talked through that and I have gotten out of my feelings, now let's get back to the price action and see if we can see what we trying to see when we see it. See what we see when we trying to see when we see it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See what we see. Boom. What say Stacks? Same. Real talk. I don't trust my order block knowledge. I'm all fair value. Yeah, you go with what you know. Go with what you know. Same. Not good with breakers or order block fair value gaps and raise pay me not. Yeah, that's it. Stick with what you stick with what you know. Stick with what you know. That's why I tell people, trade your once. Don't try to trade everything out there, man. You'll go broke trying to trade everything out there. So now let's look at the daily candles on the ES and see what we guys are going on here. Okay, so looking at where we at now. So the daily candles on the ES, we already know we ran the sell side and we've coming up and we've delivered it all the way to our initial stop for the monthly top of the box. And let's see, we were using, I had the text up there for what we was using it for. Now I got to find it. I'll just go ahead and put all the text back. It's going to jumble up the screen. All the text going to jumble up the screen, but I'll just put it back so I can see what I marked that as. It was like one of them monthly. Okay, so the 7/22 open. So July, the July open. That's what we set it at. It's a 7/22 open. So we set it at, yes, the July open right there. That's the July candle. We set the box at the July open. That was because that was the open of the last up close candle from where price was trading at the time. Price was trading down here at the time when we marked it, and this was the last up close candle. And I didn't want to use the low of the candle because the low of the candle was below our weekly level. So I used the open of the candle because I didn't want the monthly top of the box to be below the week. Like I want the weekly level to be inside the monthly. I want the box to be inside the box, So I want my weekly level to be inside my weekly box to be inside my monthly box. I want my daily box to be inside my weekly box. So that's why I chose the July open for the top of the box, right? So now we have poked through that, right? We have poked through that. We're not even going to pay attention to this area right here because this month is not finished forming. So we can't say that this is a fair value gap yet because this month we only like 2 trading days into the month. This is what this is. Yeah, this is the second trading day of the month. So we're not gonna pay that attention right now. Going down, let's go back to the weekly. Now, looking at where we are on the weekly, we are that monthly fair value gap, right? I mean, that monthly top of the box is happens to be right slap dab. That look like it's exactly 50% of this weekly fair value gap. Let's check that. This wasn't even on my radar because y'all remember. Look at that. Oh my goodness! Did I not just say that looked like it's slap dab in the middle? How much closer can you get that right there? How much closer can you get that right? Y'all know this wasn't on my radar because I would have had that weekly fair value gap in there. But look at that. We came up here, got into a slight premium um based off of the fair value gap, right? We came to equilibrium of the fair value gap and we're backing off just a hair. So we are inside a weekly fair value gap, right? Right? Meaning it's certain. If you go back and look at some of those ICT, I can't remember which video it is from ICT. He have the levels of PD arrays that he looked like the levels of importance with the PD arrays that he look at. He like wherever price is, he start looking at. I think the first one he look at is like mitigation blocks. He looked for a mitigation block above or below price, right? It may or may not be there, but the levels of importance that he put on them, he start with like a mitigation block above or below price, and then he go to another one. I don't know if it's, I can't remember if it's breakers or if I know order blocks and fair value gaps, they are like further down the list. They like order blocks and fair value gaps, just say that's like maybe like fourth or fifth on the list. He start with like looking for a mitigation block. Then he start looking for this. Then he start looking for that. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? They all don't have to be there, but it's like the level of importance is like, okay, if this one here, I'm definitely watching price to go to that PD array. If this one here, this is the next important. This one here, this is the next important. So it's all different ones that he's looking at on all the different time frames, from the monthly to the weekly to the daily, just coming on down. You looking for, because all the price is fractal. I can't remember which video it is. It's one of them videos from, it's the core content. It might be around when he was talking around like the February time frame. I don't know exact. I don't know if it's like month 5 or month 6, or it's around the time frame. I can't remember, but just go back and look for it. And he break it down like what he be placing levels of importance on, as far as what to look for price to attack that area. So we're in a weekly fair value gap. We came halfway through. We're 50% of the way through this weekly fair value gap. So we still just, so keeping that in mind, the top of the gap, let's mark this gap out so we can keep in mind how high up this gap goes, so we can see if that's of interest for the algo to want to finish that fair value gap and then come back down, or continue up to get to this order block right here, this order block, and then come down. And then look at this right here. Look at it. You see this sell model, this market maker sell model that we just completed, this smaller portion of the sell model. Look over here on this side right here. Y'all see what that is? That's a bearish order, a bullish order block over here, right? We got a down close candle. We moved away from rapidly, right? So you got the bullish order block here, and then when we come to the other side, look what happened right here when we got right back there to that order block, right? We bounced off of it, but we set a bearish order block right there, right? We set a bearish order block right there. Now we're coming back to that order block, right? We got the body of the order block. We're coming back to that order block, right? Now, if this is truly going to be a bearish week, we can potentially come to this order block and then sell off, right? But you got to keep in mind, if this is truly a bullish week and they really want to just price it up all week long, right? We could just blow right through it if they want to price it up all week long, right? If this ain't the stopping point, if they want to just, you know what I'm saying, keep pushing up, but it's likely that we do hit this and come back down. Why? Because we got a bullish order block here right next to a bearish order block in the same spot. So it's a great possibility that we hit that and come back down. Just keep that in mind. It don't have to happen, but it's a great possibility that we hit that and keep that in mind. So if anybody's still holding long, you still in your full position, or if you're still in some runners right now, this can be another point where you be like, okay, when we hit here, it's a possibility that we reverse. So I'm going to scale some more, or I'm going to get out. Right? I'm going to scale some more, I'm going to get out. So that's another area to keep in mind. I ain't going to call out the levels, take a screenshot, or go back and, you know, find it on your charts. Because I want to keep moving. Right? Dropping down to the daily. Well, let me change the color of this real quick so I know what these squares are. Weekly. I need a weekly. Change that to, no, change this to orange. Need a weekly order block. Change that to solid. Okay. That's the weekly order block right there. That's the on the just now we came to that right there. Boom, come there, come back down. Now, like I was saying, if we truly bullish, what can happen is we blow past this. Why? Because we got a bearish order block right here, and we can blow past that, and then that bearish order block, especially if we put a bullish order block over here, just say if we come over here, right, get into this area and push down just a little, right, forming a bullish order block right there, right? Once we go back up and blow past that, right, we can come back down to this area here as a place to go long. You see what I'm saying? Because we got a bearish order block there. Just got to keep all that in mind, right? Keep all that in mind. Once we trade up past this right here, especially if we set a bullish order block in this same vicinity over here, we could just blow past this and come back, and that'll be a spot to go long. Keep all that in mind. That's all the stuff you got to keep in mind. But that's why this area would be a target of scaling or just taking your profit. That's why. Don't be greedy. Just take a hit. Don't take the whole plate. Fair value gap, weekly imbalance. Yes, boom. Okay, so let's go down to the daily. Let's go to the daily. Let's go. Okay, boom. Looking at the daily, right? We've come to the monthly top of our box. We've come back to a breaking market structure, right? We've got back to a breaking market structure right over here. We broke market structure coming to the downside. We've come back to a breaking market structure. We've come 50% of the way through a weekly fair value gap, right? We are a stone's throw away from this order block right here. And if you look on this side, this is the weekly. Now we got a daily bullish order block in the same area, pretty much. You know, the weekly is here. The bottom of the daily is right here. The bottom of the daily order block is right there. You know what I'm saying? You can watch it on the daily too. I just don't feel like moving it. But everybody see the down close candle right there. That's the bottom. The bottom of the daily order block, or the close of the daily order block, is 38.5375. Right? That's the close of the daily order block at 38.5375. Right? The close of the weekly order block was at 38.85. Right? So it's like a 30, like pretty much a 30-point difference between the close of the daily order block and the close of the weekly order block right there. On the opposite side of the sell model, there's a daily bearish order block in the exact same spot, contained within, remember on the weekly, it was a big weekly bearish order block right here. We had a big weekly, right? So the wick of this weekly order block comes down into this bullish, and then on the daily order block is actually inside the bullish order block right there. So we having time frame confluence, right? So we got on the sell model right here, you know what I'm saying, that area right there is giving more what you call it, confluence to the fact that, hey, this might be an area where we may turn around at, you know what I'm saying, if you know what I'm saying, if this is, you know, this bullishness is to peter out, this is a likely area for it to turn around at. It could turn around right where it is now. Yeah, it can do that. But since if you still in from down here, that could be a target. That could be a target for you. That's be something to keep in mind. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to be like, oh, I'm just going to jump in to go there right now. No, the move started way back here. If you're going to jump in to go there now, jump in with smaller size to the upside to try to go in there. You know what I'm saying? Lower your risk, lower your leverage, like get a smaller size if you want to jump in to go up to there, because the move started from back there, right? So this is just stuff you want to be looking at to the upside. You know what I'm saying? Everything to look at to the upside. Over here we have we came down, that broke that right there. This right here, we got a potential breaker in this area right here, right there. Right? We got a potential breaker in this area right here. We came down this low right here. So we got these 1, 2, 3, 4 down close daily candles right here, right? And then these lows broke these highs, right? So now that we've come back down and traded through them, now this area right here, since we got a million down close candles, I hate when it be like this right here. You know what I'm saying? Which one of these candles is the algo targeting? When it's like a bunch of candles like this right here, I ain't gonna hold you. This is what I do, right? And I ain't no master at breakers yet, but this is what I do when it's a bunch of candles like this. I look at all the bodies of the breaker, right? And I just take the difference. I take, like, so right here at this 38.66.25, I'll be like, okay, that's the target. I look at equilibrium for the bodies of the breaker when it's multiple bodies like that right there. That's what I do. I ain't gonna hold you. That's how I do it. So again, now you got the breaker that's right there in the same area with the order block on each side of the sell model, with the breaker in the same area, you know what I'm saying, with completing the fair value gap if we got up to there. So that's all stuff where you be like, hey, it's a lot of potential for us to stop here and reverse. Do that mean we're gonna stop here and run the lows? I ain't said that. I'm just saying it's a lot of traffic right there. It's a lot of traffic right there. So keep all of that in mind. It's a lot of traffic right here between this the top of this breaker at 39.21. You know what I'm saying? The 50% of the the top of the order block is 39.21. 50% of the breaker is what it said, 38.66. And then we're halfway through the fair value gap right now today, and we closed above it. Right, we got a small daily fair value gap that's right there in the same range of the breaker, of the order blocks, it's a lot of traffic right here in this area. So just keep that in mind as we start out today. I mean, as we start how we start out now. And now the market is starting to pull back. So that's leading me to think that it's coming down to tap something to push up to come and get these areas right here. If we would have just kept screaming up, I would have been like, oh yeah, we hurrying up to get up here to get these areas to push back down. Now that we're starting to pull back on the open, my mind is going toward, okay, let's see what we're going down to get to push back up and come into this area of the next consideration of this buy model. Because looking on the daily level, right? Looking on the daily level, it's looking like this is the buy model that we have started. In the top of the buy model, the high of this is above this order block at 39, 36, 25. Does that mean we go straight there? No, the market don't move in a straight line. We can very well come up, pull back, then come up, finish the buy model. Because look at the buy model, look at the sell model that we did here. We went up, right? Came down, went back up, came down, slight little pop, came down. You see what I'm saying? We didn't just go up and come straight down, right? It was a huge sell model, very big. We started this sell model back in June, the middle of June, and we ended this sell model in October, right? End of September. Let's just say, yeah, the end of September was the end of the sell model. The first trading day of October, we ran lows and started pushing back up. So this was a June, July, August, September, like a 4-month sell model right here. It took us 4 months to complete this market maker sell model right here, right? So the sell model can go up, down, up, down. Just because you have a target for the sell model don't mean you're going to go straight there. Depend on what time frame that the sell model is on, right? So and again, we blast off. We got a large buy side imbalance sitting here, so we can very okay. We got sell side, offered down here. Then we got buy side offered, right? So right here, so this area here at the bottom of this weekly fair value gap, right? We can realistically see us, even if we pulled back tomorrow, right? Let's say we pulled back all day tomorrow and came back down to 37.13, right? All thing that'll be doing is offering sell side for this daily candle where we didn't offer any sell side, because over here we pretty much offered sell side and buy side on that candle right there. Offer buy side there, sell side there. So those candles are taken care of. Offered sell side and buy side at the top of this candle. Came back, offered buy side to complete that candle out. Now this candle only offered buy side up to this 37.11. Just say 37.11. So if we sold all the way down to 37.11, guess what we just did? We just offered sell side for this buy side imbalance over here, and then we can very well easily reverse and then come back up to where the area we was talking about. It don't have to go in a straight line. This is all the stuff you want to like really pay attention to when you're looking at the price action. Why are we talking about this in depth right now? Because we just came to another level where we were pointing out and we have hit that level. So now it's time to say, hey, let the market show me what it want to do. And how do you do that? Right? You go up to your higher time frames from your monthly, and then you start coming down looking for PD arrays above price and below price. What's below price? What's above price? Right? Like I say, I ain't got the chart in front of me, how ICT break down the importance of the PD arrays, but you start looking for, let's just say, like I know mitigation blocks is the first one he looked for, right? So let's just say, right, we're looking at this right here and we notice, hey, it's a mitigation block down there. Then that'll be like the first thing, like, okay, since it's a mitigation block below price and there's no mitigation block above price, then it's a highly probable that we go down first before we go up. If it's a mitigation block above price, but not one below price, it's highly probable that we will go up first before we go down. He got a list of how he break them down. I can't remember the list of how he break them down. So I just sit on my hands and wait for the market to show me what it want to do. Tip his hand. Let's go to 60-minute candles, right? So on the 60-minute candles, here we go. This is the bigger, man, I said we looking like we are part of this bigger, see, this the same The same candles. I said it from when we was on the 60-minute the first time. I said it looked like we in a bigger buy model, right? This is the top, and that's the same top of the daily candle. I said it was above this order block, right? So now we're right here, pretty much in line with this right here. Now, this could be the top of the buy model, right? Because this was initially, I said, the next target was right here at the top of this, which we just hit. This could very well be the top of the buy model, right? We could, how we bounced off of this order block, right? We're coming back down to get something. We could come up to the top of this buy model right there, poke through, complete this weekly fair value gap. It's a stone's throw away from the weekly fair value gap, brings us right back into a breaking structure, close enough for government work to get around the breaker, the middle of the breaker, the order block. You see what I'm saying? All of that, and then drop back down. This could be the completion of the buy model, and then come back down. Doesn't mean we're gonna break lows. No, it don't. Doesn't mean we won't break lows. No, it don't. But this is just, you know what I'm saying? You want to be aware of what's above price, what's below price, so that you won't like get antsy and jump into positions prematurely, and you won't get antsy and jump out of positions prematurely. You will have strategic levels of where you want to get out, right? Coming from the bottom, that was a level, right? Right here, that was a level. You know what I'm saying? This was a level, right? This is all stuff we talked about, right? This order block was a level, right? This order block was a level. If we blew through it and hit it for going long, right? If you went long off this order block, right? This your low hanging fruit right there. You could have even used this as your low hanging fruit. The line right there could took that, boom, low hanging fruit. That's your first low hanging fruit for real. You know what I'm saying? This your next low hanging fruit right there, where I said this could be the top of the buy model, right? We're in a bigger buy model. When we get this close to that, you know what I'm saying? I can't see us turn around and going all the way back down without completing a buy model here, right? That's just a weird place for the algos to complete a buy model when we're right there next to this consolidation, and we wicked up this hard off of this order block from the other side of this, from the sell side of this buy model, right? So boom, there's your next low-hanging fruit if you went long off of this order block like we talked about today, right? So I just want to go a little bit further into what we was talking about this morning, because it played out exactly how we discussed it this morning. So now this is the point where you be like, okay, it did that. Now what? Now what do I do? Now, if you went long here, right, your low-hanging fruit there. You know what I'm saying? If you went long on futures, you know what I'm saying? Your first low-hanging fruit was there. You know what I'm saying? You could have been taking, I was like, you put your stop loss below the order block. Your stop loss was there. You would have been safe. Boom, you took it. Your stop loss below there, you safe. If you still in the futures trade, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? You can leave it there, wait to see what it do, see if we push further up. Once we break through, if we break through this high, if you ain't gonna take your profit there, if you ain't gonna finish shaving there, you know what I'm saying? Move up and cover so that it won't be any kind of loss. If you swinging some options and you didn't take your profit here, you know what I'm saying? Wait for tomorrow, or you might even have to wait till Thursday to get up above that if tomorrow turns out to be a bearish day. You never know. But this is all stuff you just want to be aware of. Don't nobody know the future. Ain't nobody got no crystal balls. I've been running my mouth for an hour. I'm getting thirsty. So let's go look and see what people talking about in the chat. Hopefully what I said made some sense to somebody. I ain't banning nobody, Stacks. I ain't banning nobody. Let me hush and learn. I ain't banning nobody. Y'all know, my feelings was hurt though. I ain't gonna hold you. That was real. My feelings were hurt, but I ain't banning nobody, because it's all about learning. It's all about learning. We learning this together. Wouldn't that be considered an order block on 22 September 60-minute candle that was still below 22 September 60-minute candle At what time? 22 September 60-minute candle. At what time? It's like 100 candles over here. What time frame? Wouldn't that be considered okay, we're looking at the order block on the 23rd right here. Which one you talking about? It's 100 hourly candles over here. Which one you talking about? Cool it. What time? Yeah, I see on the ES, but what time? Okay, 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's a big range. So 3 a.m. 3 a.m. right here. Okay, so 3 a.m. This candle right here, right? We pushed up off it. Yes, that is a potential order block there. But guess what? It got disrespected. Brown right there. That got disrespected. Right? Not every down close candle is going to be an order block. That's why I always say it's a potential order block until, you know what I'm saying, the market gives me some more information. You know what I'm saying? And when it gives me some more information. And it could be they placing it there as an order block on the buy side of the sell model. So when we come back to the sell model and push through it, it can come back to it and get sold off. You see what I'm saying? Because we came back to it initially, it kind of consolidated, but then we pushed up to this bearish order block right here and then sold off, right? So we came up, we kind of consolidated near this one, but when we came up here to this bearish order block, we sold off. That's why, like with order blocks, you really want to tie it together with like other stuff. You want other information to go along with that order block. Don't just blindly accept that order block. Like, it's order block, I'm gonna take. It's like the order block, you kind of want to have confluence and other factors and other parts of it to make it a nice A+ setup. Okay, appreciate that fire. Sorry, are you saying PD array? Yes. PD array. That's what ICT call them. Don't make me pretend like I remember what the PD stand for. I don't know. Price discrepancies. I don't know. Don't make me play like I know what the PD stand for, but I know what they are. Like the breakers, the mitigation blocks, the order blocks, the fair value gaps. You know what I'm saying? It's the stuff that the market returns to looking for liquidity and stuff like that. That's what he called them, the PD arrays. I think the one Tim was referring to, I think that's the one. What? I don't know. I lost. What you say, Zay? With these dissertations. See, this is why you, my black ICT, my thought process was, man, we done ran 5.5%. I figure we get a pullback 2 to 2.5% as an entry for last leg up. Makes sense. It makes sense. You just usually playing the percentage game. It makes sense. Make perfect sense. And then after this pullback, we get another sprint of about 4%, making the total run 7%. I mean, it makes sense. It all makes sense. It's like whatever. Like I tell people, you don't have to trade this. The ICT stuff just makes sense to me because it's like I got a computer background and I understand that computers are doing the trading. So I know the computers need a designated spot to go to. They need ones and zeros. You know what I'm saying? Usually program with ones and zeros and they leave little breadcrumbs. Be like, okay, I need to go to this. I need to go to that. What's up, son? Oh, what's up, son? I need to go to this. I need to go to that. So this is what makes sense in my mind. This is what I understand. This is what I see crystal clear. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But if it works, it works. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because all of it has play in the wheel. As they used to say in the old cars, you know, in the old cars, when you need a alignment, or if your steering gearbox ain't working right, you can move not alignment, but your steering gearbox ain't working right. You can move the steering wheel like this, and the tie don't never start turning. You got a little play in all of this stuff. It's a little leeway and all this stuff, right? At the end of the day, my 7% is 3840. Also, another 2% pullback is roughly 3710, 3700. You're welcome, Tranisha, for whatever I said. I was expecting a turtle soup last night. I was up till 4 a.m. waiting on the scalp, but I took 5 points exactly at the 4 a.m. candle. I ain't even stay up last night to try to trade. I woke up this morning, took a little small trade. I wish I would have stayed in it longer, but I wasn't trying to be greedy. And hindsight 2020 vision, like, man, I should have stayed in that longer. I thought there were a series of candles consolidated. I thought where a series of candles consolidated is an order block. Oh, no. What an order block is, when you get a violent move off of a shift in sentiment, right? Where you get, and what I mean by this right here, see, we consolidating right here, right? We consolidating right here, right? So we came over and we came down, right? We was coming down. We had a shift in sentiment up, right? With these two up close candles right here. And when we came up, we sold off extremely hard, right? We sold off extremely hard and left a fair value gap. That right there would be considered an order block, right? We didn't trade back up to it. You see what I'm saying? We didn't even trade back up to this fair value gap, but there's no guarantee that you will always get there. Why? Because in this case, on the buy side of this sell model right here, you see this down close candle where we were going up. We had a shift in sentiment, and then we had a violent move off of that. That right there is a bearish order block, right? We got a bearish order block. We came over here. We set a bullish order block right here. We came over here, set a bearish order block in roughly the same area within the wick of this bullish order block, right? We set it there. But look what happened. Once we sold past this order block right there, when price came back up, look what it did. It got up into the wick of this order block, pang out, took off. You see what I'm saying? On this sell model right here, this small sell model, we came up, we got an order block on the buy side, we got an order block on the sell side. When we blew through the order block on the buy side, we came back up to it, got into the wick of it right there, pang out, gone, right? That's why when we came up to it here, right, we got into the order block and sold down and set this fair value gap. We never got back to that fair value gap because we stopped at that order block and sold off, right? When we sold off, what did we do right there? We got two big beefy up close candles right here. We got a little up close candle there, but we got two big beefy ones. Sold off hard, right? Right? We're on the sell side of this buy model right here, right? When we came back up into that order block, pang out, sold back off. You see what I'm saying? But the order block is just the temporary shift in sentiment with a violent reaction, either up or down from that shift in sentiment. That's how you can spot the potential order blocks. And sometimes it be a consolidation, sometimes it be in a trend. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it may come in consolidation, it may come in a trend. That's why I was saying this morning, right? Some breaking structures will have some breaking. Every breaker is going to be found in a breaking structure, but every breaking structure is not going to contain a breaker. You see what I'm saying? Because the breaker has to break a higher low, and then the market has to trade back through it, breaking that market structure. So that breaking market structure can contain a breaker, right? And that breaker could have once been an order block, because if you get a violent move off of a breaker, that's now an order block. You see what I'm saying? And then when we trade back through it, this old order block is now a breaker because it broke a high or broke a low, and then the market had a breaking structure of it, and now it's a breaker. I probably should have drew that out, but and I probably just confused somebody, but yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome, Cool It. You asked for your refund. Yeah, there you go. Here go your refund here. Yeah, a nice handful of nothing. There's your refund. That exactly what you paid. Last night the NQ was behind the ES all night. This morning it finally caught up to the buy side liquidity, but I didn't take it. I'm still back testing with the ES as an indicator for short of sorts for the NQ. Yeah, when it comes to the divergence between the ES, the NQ, and the Dow, I don't really know how to trade off of it. I just kind of look at it as an indicator of where we gonna possibly go on the other ones. Like if the Dow and the ES already ran a high or ran a low and the NQ is lagging, I anticipate the NQ catching up to it. You know what I'm saying? Or if the NQ done ran a high and then the Dow or the ES lagging behind, I anticipate them catching up. And then sometimes the NQ may run a high, getting ready for the reversal, right? Run highs, but the ES in the Dow may stop at a breaker, may stop at a order block, may stop, you know what I'm saying? It depends on how far away the highs are. Because matter of fact, let's look at that right there. You see how I marked out these where we, you know what I'm saying, where we can possibly be going next. The Dow is the closest to that high, right? That we can possibly be going to next. The Dow is the closest to it. The ES is second, and then the NQ is third, right? So now peak now. All of this is the high that we made at 5 on the 5 p.m. calendar on the 22nd, right? This is the high, but peak this right here. This morning, remember when I said the NQ hadn't ran that high yet? Right here, right? It hadn't ran that high right there. That's the high that we was waiting for the NQ to run, right? Now look at the difference in the angle of these lines. Look how steep the Dow is from this high on the 28th at the close. It's the 1600 calendar on the 28th. The other one was the 5 a.m. calendar on the 22nd, right? But for this 1600 candle on the 28th, look at the steepness of the Dow from this high to this high, the ES from this high to this high, but look how shallow the NQ is, right? Now, the very next high that we could be targeting for all three indices, right? Look at how all of them are pretty much almost in line. You see what I'm saying? Where the NQ is a little bit, you know what I'm saying, more steep on the angle than the Dow and the ES. But look at how all of them are more closely related to, like, there was a huge difference from this high to that high on the Dow. There was a huge difference between, so that means the NQ related to this high, right? Related to this high was way behind, but related to this high over here on 22nd, they're almost all right in line. The Dow is the closest to about to run it. So if the Dow is leading, you know what I'm saying, and the Dow get up here and run this, then the NQ, especially if they start buying stuff that's heavy in the ES, like Apple and stuff like that, the big stuff in the ES, that can very well pull the ES on up here. You know what I'm saying? And then if they buying big tech, that can very well pull the NQ and the ES on up here, since the Dow is just a stone's throw away. That's the way I kind of look at that. I don't know exactly how to trade it, but that's how I watch it and use it and put it into my mental Rolodex on like what we can possibly do. Hopefully that helped you out. Price delivery array. I appreciate that, Rashad. Richard, I'm sorry. I appreciate that because I did not know what the PD stood for. I ain't gonna hold you. Yes, thank you, Richard. ICT month 5 trade conditions and setup progress. Appreciate that, Robinson. You good for something. Anyone seeing my ICT video post wondering if it's blocked because I tried to put the URL. Oh, you can't put a URL in there. It won't let you put it. If which one is it? What video you said it was? You said ICT. I got to put it in there. It's not gonna let you put it in there. ICT number 5. Hold on. What did I just do? Oh, I know what I did. Okay, you said ICT number 5. ICT. You said month 5 trade conditions setup. Month 5. You said month 5 trade conditions setup and progressions. Month 5 trade condition setups. And what did that say? All right. Okay. That's it. Yes, that's it. Thank you, Robinson. You good for something. That's the video right there. So he okay, so the way he used it, right? So for the top side and the bottom, this is premium, this discount, right? I'm gonna put the link for this video in there. The way he used it is he looks for the mitigation block first, to the sell side, to the discount side, then to the buy side. That's the first array that he looking for, right? Then he looking for breakers, right? Then he looking for liquidity voids. Then he looking for fair value gaps. Then he looking for order blocks. Then he looking for rejection blocks, and then he looking for old lows and old highs, right? So that's the order in which he looking for them. So if it's a mitigation block below equilibrium, he looking for it. When you get to equilibrium, he looking for it to attack that mitigation block below first, or he looking for it to attack that mitigation block above first. You know what I'm saying? But this is the weight that he put on him. So yeah, this is the video. You are good for something, Robinson. I'm going to copy this link and I'm going to paste it in the chat. Like it don't let nobody put links in the chat because that keep people from, you know what I'm saying, putting the bird in the cage. All right, that link, that's the link right there. If anybody want to go check that video out, that's the video I was talking about right there. Appreciate that, Robinson. Let me see. Yes, you're right. Yes, only me and my sweetie can put the links in the chat. I'm going to have to play this back and take better notes. I appreciate you, Tanya. I'm going in the order. The ICT stuff is opening. It's eye-opening to say the least. It helps you see things clear. Yeah. It's just something nice. It's something nice to like add to your tool belt. If you already got a strategy, if you already got something that's working for you, it's just something to add to your tool belt. And like really help you like to learn how to dissect the price action. That's why I like it. That's why it's the only thing I use. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot of stuff from my boy Jason, Jada Trader. I learned a lot of stuff from different people. I ain't gonna start naming names because somebody gonna get offended. Now I don't want to offend nobody, but I learned a lot of stuff from a bunch of different people. Everybody know I learned stuff from PDub. Everybody know I learned stuff from Lex. I done learned some stuff from Zay. I done learned some stuff from. I said I wasn't gonna call names, and I'm steady calling names. But I learned a lot of stuff from a lot of people. But this right here, it like the consistency is amazing, and that's what all you need is consistency and risk management first, and then a strategy that's consistent. That's all I got, man. We're gonna call it. Been on here hour and 24 minutes. Y'all make sure y'all tell the people that you love them. right now. Go pick up the phone and call somebody and tell them that you love them. If you love them, ain't nobody promised tomorrow. Your parents, your kids, your grown kids, let them know ain't nobody promised tomorrow. I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. Now y'all don't be going around in the public saying action, because people gonna look at you crazy. But I see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. Y'all give yourself a brain break, man. Y'all give yourself a brain break. Push away from the market. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, but I'm finna go hang out with my family. I might be getting hungry. I don't know. Anyway, gone, man.